Do you enjoy eating seafood banga soup but you have no idea how it is made? If yes, then come closer, let me show you how to make this delicious soup from the comfort of your kitchen. To make seafood banga soup, you need your seafood. Feel free to use any seafood of your choice. These are prawns and shrimps. These are tiger prawns. See how big they are. These other ones are shrimps. Next, you need your fresh fish. This is fresh river fish. I don't know the name of this one. Then these are my spice. These are the round and flat spice, your traditional spice for banga soup. Then these are my periwinkle. Can you see how fresh this is? Make sure you get the fresh ones when you are buying this. This one is ungolo. This is optional. Feel free to use anything of your choice, any seafood of your choice. Then this is crab. These are crabs already washed, neatly washed. Then I'm using this yellow pepper. It adds a nice smell, a nice scent to the food. It gives it its own aroma. And these are my snails. I can't find the video after cleaning, but you want to make sure you clean your snail thoroughly. You don't want that sliminess in your food. Then this crab, let's do something to this crab. Can you see these hard parts? Get a pasty like so and use it to crack your crab. Just crack it, all of them. That is what I did to all of them, so that your juice can penetrate in, your banga juice can penetrate in. You know, crab can really be hard, so you want to do it like so that it can penetrate in, to not be bland when eating. Next, in a pot, you want to gently add your crabs and your snail, your neatly washed snail, and season. I'm going to be seasoning with this yellow pepper I showed you guys earlier, and this yellow pepper adds some spice to the seafood. This is seafood, you need lots of spice in it. Give this a mix like so. Next, I'm going to add some bouillon cubes. You want to add bouillon cubes of your choice, just the way you like it. Next, I'm going to add salt and some chopped onions. Next, you want to add water to this so that you can cook with it. Give everything a good mix like so, then cover and take to your stove top and allow it to get to a boil. So for your fish, you want to repeat the same thing you did for this crab and the snail. The difference is that you're not boiling, you're just going to season and set aside. So now you want to add your yellow pepper. Next, you want to add your fish seasoning and rub everything in. You need that spiciness in your fish because you don't want your fish to taste bland when you are done cooking. And remember to turn it to the other side so that everything can get the spice and the seasoning. For your shrimps and prawns, you want to repeat the same thing. This is the extra way I like to cook my seafood banga soup. I just like to do it like so, instead of putting everything in and things will be tasting bland. I like to do it like this before I start cooking. So you want to repeat the same thing you did for your fish for this prawns and shrimps. You can decide to skip all of this and start cooking immediately, but this is the way I like to do mine. Next, you want to get the shell from your prawns and your shrimps, add it to a bowl like so. Wash it thoroughly because you are going to blend this. So whenever you go to the market and they help you deshell this, do not throw it away. You want to keep it because this is useful. See, they forgot to deshell this one, so I'm doing it by myself, and I'm going to watch everything, then blend it because this adds its own extra taste to the soup. It is so delicious when you do it like this. Add it to your soup, don't throw it away, just blend everything. Now after blending, this is what we have. Next, you want to get a sieve and strain this out. Pour it in a tiny old sieve, then strain it out because you don't want that chaff in your soup, because that chaff is kind of like sand. You don't want it in your soup, so you want to add more water to it and strain it out like so. So this is what we have after straining. Do you know that this residue can still be useful? You don't have to throw it away. If you're into poultry, you can use this as field for your poultry beds, but if you are not, you can dash it to those who are into it. Know that nothing is wasted. Okay, so next you want to set this aside and blend your spice. Next, I'm going to add crayfish to this, cover and take this to blend. Now you want to start to cook your soup proper. I have this palm nut fruit at home, palm nut juice, so I just brought it out, pour it into the pot, and we are good to start cooking. You want to add your fish at this point. If you have lots of juice from the shaft we just blended just the way I did, you want to add that first before you add your fish. That was what I was supposed to do, but all the same, I've added my fish. You want to add your spice like so, then add your peppers. So let's add the juice from the shaft we just blended. I was supposed to do this earlier, so if you want to make yours, you want to add it earlier, okay? So allow this to boil, allow it to come to a boil. So at this point, your fish has been boiling for some time, so you want to take it out before you add all your other obstacles. You don't want your fish to get broken, so do it like so. Take it out. You're going to add this later, okay? So next, you want to start to add your crab. Are really hard, so you want to add this early. I'm not adding the snail to it yet because the snail is a bit tender. Next, you want to add the juice from the crab, add everything in, mix it like so. At this point, you are free to mix your soup the way you like because it is free, nothing is going to be broken there. Next, I'm going to add the shrimps. You want to add the shrimps, you want the shrimps to be a little bit cooked. You don't want it overly cooked, so you want to add it at this point so that it will be cooked. Now is the perfect time for you to add your snail. Then you want to add your ngolo to this. You want everything to be cooked, you don't want it to be just raw by adding it towards the end. So next, you are going to add your beletete, that's beletete, and bitter leaf. I didn't show you that earlier, but that's what I added. Next, you are going to add your bouillon cubes and your salt and give everything a good mix. Don't be scared to mix this at this point because your soup is free. It's just things that cannot be broken that are there. Yeah, so just mix everything, make sure it tastes really good. Feel free to test your soup. Yeah, test it if it suits you the way you like it. So next, you want to add your periwinkle to this. The soup is almost ready. Now you're adding this towards the end because you don't want soggy periwinkle. Now you want to feel free to mix your soup the way you like, because when you add your fish, you're not going to do that again. So mix and taste. If it suits the way you like it, then you are good. So finally, you want to add your fish to this. After adding your fish, all you can do now is just to shake. That is, if you still want to mix your soup, it's just to shake it so that you don't get things broken. And at this point, your soup is ready. You can taste it finally to know if everything is on point, and put off your stove because your soup is ready. And voila, see how our soup is looking so pretty with all the obstacles in there, and this tastes so delicious. My name is Uche, and if you find this video helpful, please don't forget to subscribe and give me a thumbs up. Thank you so much. See you in the next one. Bye for now. Mwah.